Samsung Q90C 55-inch model. Check the description for timestamps of dimensions and so on. Quick setup guide, pedestal neck, instruction book and remote pack, bit of POS, pedestal base, that is the TV from the front, the side, nice and slim, and the back. Included accessories, our instruction book and remote pack. Great mains lead, UK plug, right angled input to the TV. AAA batteries and a CI card slot reader. Standard remote and smart remote. Looking at the smart remote closely, power on and off at the top, settings, numbers and the coloured buttons there, shortcut to other buttons we should say, microphone or voice command button, cursor arrows left, right, up, down and enter, back button, home button, play pause, press play pause, you got rewind and fast forward, volume rocks up and down and in for mute, channels rock up and down and in for guide, quick fire Netflix, Samsung TV Plus, Disney Plus and Prime Video. Flip it over, handy little solar cell on the back, tops up the charge or keeps it charged up. And if it runs out of charge altogether, tab out. USB Type-C socket there, so you can use a standard phone charger to charge that up fully. Close up of the standard remote, power on and off at the top, source or input button, channel number, Teletech, pre-channel to the previous channel, volume up and down, channels up and down, mute. Guide button is back for 2023. Netflix, Prime, Samsung TV Plus and Disney Plus. Home button take you to the home menu. Cursor arrows up, down, left, right and enter. Return and exit. Coloured buttons there for apps, media playback, whatever they apply to. Settings, info, audio description and subtitle button. Stop, play, pause, fast forward and rewind. Flip it over, bit of pressure and push. AAA batteries into the back. Onto the quick setup guide. List of inputs on the TV, included accessories. Lifting it out, don't squeeze the screen, 2 people if possible. Unpacking the box on the 65, 55 up to 85. Laying it down on a large flat surface. Assembling the stand on various TVs as well. Assembling that pedestal stand and fitting it to the TV. Cabling through that cable cover, putting it on to keep it nice and neat and tidy. If I go to there, huge range of dimensions, ranging from the 43 up to the 85, and what those dimensions refer to on the TV. Bit of info there on the range of sizes and the VESA mounts that apply to those sizes. This is the pedestal neck, 2 attached screw packs, both M4 times 14mm. Sort of grained black finish on the back there. It comes off somehow. There we go, so we've got the cable, little grooves there for different size cables to guide down the neck. Also we can see the through holes to connect it to the TV, pop your 4 screws through. Pedestal base there, looking at it upside down, so we've got the rubber pads there to stop it sliding around and marking any surfaces. Turn it over, 4 threaded holes for our machine screws to go into and a little hook to locate to the neck. Okay, so we can see where this hook will go into that hole there, or slot, to help it locate and secure. And those 4 screw holes there, 4 screws into those holes. Roll. Okay, so that's the assembled article. Sit on the back for now. Okay, TV is now laid on a large flat surface. That's where our pedestal stand is going to attach. We've got 2 tabs here to go into those slots, threaded holes for the screws, so just offer that into those slots and drop it down. says, like so. Drop our 4 last machine screws in. Quickly wind those in. Quick example, input your mains into there, figure 8 mains lead. It should be able to be guided along the correct channel, and then down that channel there as well. So same process for your HDMIs, aerials, whatever coming from that side and down those channels. When we've got all our cables in, we can put that cable cover on, cable out the bottom there, just to keep it neat and tidy. Well, take it off, finger in there, pulls off. Okay, now looking at the connections running down the side, we've got 1/2 amp USB at the top, 1 amp USB below, indicated for hard drives. Digital optical audio out, 4 HDMIs in total, it should be at 4K 120Hz. 3 is enhanced audio return channel, LAN or wired internet, twin sat for watch and record, and also twin tuner on that aerial socket. So hard drive into there, we can record 2 programs at the same time or record one, watch another. Looking over here, we've got the main socket, and peel that sticker off here, put your CI card slot reader in. Right, onto the dimensions. Nice sensible pedestal base, 39 centimeters, just over 15¼ inches. Depth from back to front, 23.5 centimeters or 9¼ inches. Height to the bottom of the TV, 6.5 centimeters or 2.5 inches. To the top of the TV, 76.5 centimeters or 30.1/8 inch. Width, it is the 55-inch model, 123 centimeters or 48.3/8 inch. Thickness wise, at its thickest point, the TV itself is 25.9 millimeters, just over an inch. Got a 200 by 200 mil square VESA mount on the back, probably M8. Well, it says 30 mil bolts, which are a bit of a tricky size, maybe 15 mil bolts with a washer on. Height to the center of that first VESA mount hole, it's about 263 millimeters. TV is now wired with wired internet aerial and main, so I'll do the peely bit and get the screen protector off. Okay, 2 simple options to set the TV up. Smartphone, quick and easy, will transfer your Samsung account details, Wi-Fi details, etc. to the TV, make it a lot quicker. In store, I'm going to go remote control step by step. It's asking me to press 2 buttons on the remote to pair it up. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's going to say usually pressing any button should start it pairing. So step by step. Pop a pin in for future setups. So I'm going to go retail mode to start with, just so I get the retail demo, and then I'll go back to home mode and retail will be blanked out. Oh, I've only got aerial, terrestrial and digital, wired internet, agree to all. So there probably is a software update for this one, so I will let it do it and then come back when it's complete. Great, all back and updated. So sign into your Samsung account. You will need that to use the voice command service. Also, you'll need it to download any different apps and so on. Postcode for regional programming. Quick summary of what you've got connected. Channels and wide network. Preview Yorkshire and Lincolnshire for my service provider. That's your voice command service. Again, sign into your Samsung account to use it. And a quicker way to link your apps. Okay, going to leave that for now. That's the adaptive picture and sound mode. It should analyse the content you're watching, adjust your picture and sound to optimise it and give you the best possible outcome. Okay, going to see if I can get the retail demo up straight away.
The 10 o'clock team, it's good night.
Somewhere. Where is it?
It is still being investigated. It's taken.
Okay, pretty cool little demo. So I'm going to put it now back to the home mode.
Carelessness.
He says. So put it back to the home mode.
As a magnifying glass that can cause fires. So our tips would be always walk in and walk out and never leave anything.
The prospect of previous summer's Dante-esque landscapes looms large in the memory. This is a rugged but simultaneously fragile landscape, and it's a long way from being completely dry, but even so, the fire has extensively damaged somewhere we all share and enjoy. Tom Ingle, BBC Look North, Marsden Moor.
Family court transcripts in the case of a baby who was later murdered by his parents showed
Going to adjust the settings now.
him to his parents. 10-month-old Finley Bowden
So
died
over to
on
all
Christmas Day
settings.
in 2020 at home in Chesterfield. He had 130 injuries. The council had recommended a transition period of
Picture
4
mode
months
to standard.
because of concerns about Shannon Marsden and Stephen Bowden's drug use and parenting. But the baby was handed back within 8 weeks because the Independent Children and Families Court
Pitch
Advisory
clarity
Service
settings I'm
said
going
the
to set
couple
to
had
custom
made sustained
and turn
positive
off the
changes.
noise reduction so we don't get any of that
New
soap
research
opera
suggests
effect.
70% of Yorkshire and the Humber's rivers and lakes contain one or more toxic chemical combinations that damage wildlife.
Power and energy saving settings, brightness optimization I'm turning off. That's the auto brightness sensor, so it will dim the backlight automatically. But it does affect your pitch settings a bit, so I'm going to take that off. Auto power saving off, auto power off, take that off as well. Because I'm in store, at home I actually leave that on, so that's the inactivity standby timer. So if you don't press the button for a while, it'll come up with a message, TV is going to switch off. Good for kids though. Start screen options. Don't want it to start with a home hub. and multi-view mirroring and multi-view casting. I don't want on either, because if I'm casting my phone or iPad or whatever, I want it to come up full screen, not split screen with TV and my phone or iPad, whatever, side by side. Okay, so that is that for now. Onto TV. Oh. Okay, so that's BBC One in HD there. Same channel but in standard definition. Oh, different clip.
12-year-old Cooper describes himself as a gender non-conforming boy.
And again back to HD.
They are worried about how kids like him will get on in schools when teachers can't talk about gender diversity.
To ask kids to hide themselves while they're in school.
Back to SD.
That's absolutely ridiculous. I would never want my child to go into the closet.
Back to HD.
Donald Trump constantly
I'm getting the best clips.
who he sees as his biggest competitor. If you had to pick Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump,
DeSantis. I would have to. I would have to.
why?
Trump has just proven to be unstable.
I think we'd have a better shot if
Back to SD.
Republicans side of it.
I think it'll be really interesting to watch him and Trump go at each other. Get the popcorn ready for that.
And back to
Ron
HD.
DeSantis is currently balls behind Donald Trump. He wants to sell himself as having Trump.
Okay, quick look at the TV guide.
Surrounds the former president and therefore attract a wider range of voters. A presidential
So it shows me what channel I'm on there. You can cursor up and down. Green vertical line showing the current time. What's on later. We've got twin sat tuner and so on. So if I've got a hard drive plugged into that USB and I want to record out of the blue, can press OK there and schedule a recording. So twin tuner I can record to at the same time as well on this model. Press back, so I can press my channel up and down to page up and down that guide as well. Or can go all the way to the left, change the channel filter to have all content, just radio, data other or Samsung TV Plus. Samsung TV Plus is the free IPTV channels and there are quite a lot of them there, so that's probably worth a look if you're bored and there's nothing else on. I'll leave it on all for now. Okay, and I'll just press the OK button to go back to what we were watching. Turn the sound up.
On the impact of immigration there. At this family-run recycling centre in Rugby, migrant workers help keep things moving. Like in many sectors, here they've struggled to recruit, and the managing director says he relies on his overseas workforce.
We always try to employ British staff, always, but they don't want to do our sort of work. We would still need to have migrant workers to be able to run basic recycling facilities.
Among them is Stas, a welder from Ukraine. War led him to the UK. He hopes his family can follow and possibly stay.
It's not bad. Work, a lot of work. In the future, we think to remove here.
This area has long welcomed migrants. In Coventry, the last census showed more than 1 in 4 people were born outside the UK. With new immigration figures out tomorrow, there will be renewed debate about the impact on both economy and community.
I don't think there's any problems with it, really.
Not really, no.
No, it's good for Coventry. It's good to have a lot of people here.
Well, I would say it's too high myself, personally speaking.
Trying to get into the dentist, we can't get into our dentist. That might be something else. The doctors as well.
Sarah researched public attitudes to immigration in Coventry for a think tank she worked for. She says it's complex.
Quick football demo coming up, hopefully.
Get a welcome bonus up to £150. Join 32 Red today.
Luciano Spalletti welcomes his former side in Inter.
Okay, credit to Ubisoft for this demo. It's Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora next gen game trailer. Pretty cool. Credit to Ubisoft again for that one. And back to the home menu. Okay, so quick look at the home menu before I go. To the left we've got search, ambient mode, game mode, so you can stream games directly to your TV. Use an external pad like an Xbox pad or whatever and stream those games without a console. Obviously we're on media, we've got connected devices and settings below. But if I go up, app-wise, pre-installed is Samsung TV Plus, Live TV, Netflix, Prime, BBC iPlayer, Disney Plus, ITVX, Apple TV. Mirror your iPads, iPhones and Android phones to the TV. Now TV, YouTube, All4, Rakuten, Alexa, Samsung Health, Bixby, Internet, Browse some basic internet stuff there with a cheap Bluetooth wireless keyboard and mouse. Plex, My 5, and you can edit the list to make it your own. Recently, what we've been on, what's on now from different sources, family favourites below, new and trending stuff there from different sources, top series, top movies, BAFTA awards, Samsung TV Plus, and so on. So plenty of recommendations there if you get stuck. All in all, it's going to be one of the best LCDs on the market this year. Super bright, decent sound all round, nice and thin as well, so it will look nice on the wall. It can go on that Samsung Slim Fit bracket. I think at the minute it's about $18.99, but that usually drops towards the winter. And that is all for now. Good-ish.